Hello, it's me, Sweetie, and thank you for being here for another video. So recently I've been really enjoying Japanese snacks that I can find at the store. I did do a video recently about my favorite kawaii snacks, which I will link up above for you guys. And of course these snacks are manufactured, already made, available at the store. So today I wanted to show you guys how you can make one of your own super delicious and easy to make Japanese snacks. And especially with the warmer summer months coming, I think this is a great idea, something sweet and cool that you can enjoy, and that is going to be a fruit sandwich. Now I know what you're thinking if you've never heard of this before, a fruit sandwich. That seems kind of strange, but in Japan they are actually quite popular and they are known as the fruit sando. I have made these a couple of times before myself, and if I can make it, you can definitely make it, and I will show you how today in this video. So up first, what you will need to make the fruit sando: plastic saran wrap, thick slices of white bread, whipped cream topping, a spoon, and whatever fruits you'd like to put in your sandwich. Now, certain fruits are not as ideal for the fruit sando as others. For instance, things that have a lot of water in them, like watermelon, would not be great for this, but things that are perfect to put in your fruit sando are strawberries, bananas, grapes, mango, oranges, kiwis. You have a wide variety of fruits to choose from that work just perfectly. Well, now that we know what we need, let's get right to making this delicious fruity sandwich. Okay, so first things first, you want to make a little workspace for yourself. I find it most convenient to work on a small cutting board. I got this super cute one from Daiso. And to complete our work area, we're going to lay down some clear saran wrap. This is the kind that I'm using here. This was just the cheapest option at Kroger, so you don't need anything super fancy. So I've ripped off 2 plastic saran wrap sheets, and I'm just going to lay the first one down horizontally over my work area, just trying to get like an even amount on both sides of the board. And then my second one, I'm going to lay down vertically, again, just trying to make sure you have the same both ways on each side of the board. And this will come in handy later. Up next, we have our bread. Now, it is usually recommended to use like a Japanese bread, like a Hokkaido milk bread that is very thick and sturdy. I didn't have time to run to an Asian market, so I just grabbed this very thick white bread, again, just from Kroger. So as long as your bread has a nice thickness to it, a nice structure, it will hold up well for these sandwiches. So we're actually just going to be working with one side of the bread at a time, so I've got my little slice lined up here. And now we can begin construction on the sandwich. The first part is going to be to spread your whipped cream topping onto the bread. Obviously, I got this one from Kroger. If you want to be extra fancy, you can make your own whipped cream, but I just wanted to do the quick and easy way, so I got some whipped topping from Kroger. This would be like a Cool Whip, or if you want to get the cheaper store option, it works just as well. Now, I did like to leave this out for a little bit before I work with it because it is stored in the freezer, so I like to leave it at room temperature for a few minutes before constructing the sandwich, just so that it gets a little less tough and a little more like whipped and fluffy. So here is where our spoon comes into play. I'm going to grab some of the whipped topping from the tub, and we're going to just put that right onto our sandwich. And this is why I find it helpful to let it sit out for a little bit, let it get a little more creamy and melty. It's going to be much easier to spread it around on the sandwich when it is a little bit melted. So we're just going to spread that around as evenly as possible. Now, you're going to want to try to keep the topping not like super close to the edge of the sandwich, and that will come in handy later when we wrap up the sandwich to be stored in the fridge. We're going to be wrapping it quite tightly, and we would like to avoid having the whipped cream spill out from the sides of the sandwich, as has happened to me before. There we go, I think that looks good, and now we can actually place our fruit. So I did prepare my fruit the night before. We've got a couple oranges here, some strawberries, and yes, a whole kiwi. The first time I tried to make this with the kiwi, my bread was super thin and the kiwi really just destroyed it. So I'm hoping for a redemption arc this time. Let's get to placing our fruit. So the placement of the fruit is very important. Something very special about the fruit sando is the beautiful cut you get, and it will expose the fruit when you open it up and it'll look super pretty. So you want to make sure that whichever way you're cutting your sandwich, you want your fruit to be shown like a piece of art when it's opened. So I definitely would like the kiwi to be featured in my fruit sando art. So I'm gonna go ahead and slap this bad boy right in the middle here. And I'm gonna put it diagonally because that's how I'm gonna cut my sandwich, on the diagonal. So I've got it placed right in the middle, or about as close to the very middle as I can get. And I'm just gonna kind of nestle it down into the cream. And that way, when I cut the sandwich, it'll have this beautiful open face of the kiwi. Well, my neighbor's dog just decided to start barking, so if you hear him in the background, I do apologize. I'm sure he's having a great time though. Moving on to the next steps, I'm going to add an orange slice. Now, as you can see, I did do my best to remove a lot of like the extra like pulp coating and the veins that can come on the orange. I think you can actually like boil an orange to really thoroughly get all the little bits off of it, but I just did it by hand because I don't mind the extra bits all that much. So again, placement is key. I'm gonna go ahead and put this guy right up against like the booty of the kiwi. There we go. Again, making sure not to place the fruit too close to the edge, so I'm gonna scoot it right up against it. And so this way, when we do that cut, just checking to make sure that where it's cut is where you want the fruit to be displayed. And last but not least, we're going to place a lovely strawberry. I did cut the top off and like hull out the white kind of pulp in the middle there. And so I am going to place this guy. Do I want to do it this way or this way? Let me scoot the kiwi out a little bit. And see, there's a little bit of a feng shui to doing this too. You can move your fruits around to make sure that they are displayed in the way you want. It's like making a little piece of art. And so now we have our little leftover fruit bits for the edges of the sandwich. So I'll put another strawberry there and another little orange there. And I think it's done. All right, so off camera, I did go ahead and add some more cream to the other slice of bread. And we're just gonna take this guy and plop it right down on top. Now, you might notice that the cream is melting a little bit. That is the way of Cool Whip. So we're gonna go ahead and get this wrapped up and into the fridge. So what I'm going to do is take the saran wrap, pull it over this way, do the same to the other side. And you're gonna wanna wrap this as tightly as you can without like demolishing the sandwich. So just try to pull it, you know, gently but tightly when you are wrapping it. All right, there we go. We've got our sandwich all wrapped up. Now I'm gonna go let this sit in the fridge for about half an hour to an hour, depending on how quickly you wanna eat your sandwich. And then we will come right back to unwrap and see what we made. Okay, it's been about 30 minutes that the sandwich has been in the refrigerator, so let's take a look at how it looks. I did unwrap the saran wrap from it and I cut it in half just to make sure everything was okay on the inside. It looked really good just from the little peek I took, so let's take a look together at what it looks like fully displayed. All right, so I do have two fruit sandwiches here. I made this one last night just to do a little test run and so I could have a variety of fruit options to show you guys. This is the one that we just made together on camera, so let's take a look at that one first. Let's see. Oh, it's so pretty. Oh my gosh. Okay, the kiwi worked out a lot better in this one than it did the first time. I am so happy with this. Okay, so let's set this one down. Okay, so let's check out how this one did. Ooh, so cute. I did just strawberries and some cotton candy grapes in this one, which if you've never tried before, they really do taste like cotton candy and they're so good. All right, here are my fruit sandwiches together. I think they look so pretty and they're gonna be so delicious to eat. I'll definitely have to go share these with my husband. And I think it was so fun to do. If you have kids or you wanna do like a cooking day with your Lolita friends, I think these would be super delicious with some herbal fruit tea out in the garden or at a picnic. So definitely give them a try yourself. Well, that's gonna be it for today's video, guys. I really hope you enjoyed it, and I do also really hope you give making fruit sandwiches a try yourself at home. Super fun, super easy, and I really recommend it. If you did enjoy today's video, please consider hitting that subscribe button down below or the thumbs up. It really helps me out and I appreciate it. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and end it here, guys. Thanks so much again for spending some time with me on my channel today. I'm gonna go enjoy the rest of my day. I hope you enjoy yours as well, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!